Thursday, September 4th, 2025. And first things first, please note that the meeting is being made available to the public through a video and audio broadcast on Comcast Government Access Channel for broadcast at a future date. Comments may be open session and they will be recorded. Okay. Oh, okay. So
I guess we're really close to them.
we can start our first hearing. It's a notice of intent, 44 Blueberry Lane, and it's to raise and rebuild a single-family home on the property. So, boy, I don't even have to call you up. You're all ready. Thank you. You know the drill. And please state your names for the record.
Joe Webby Engineering.
Sean Maloney, owner.
Thank you.
This is an existing dwelling at 44 Blueberry Lane, which happens to be on Stetson Pond. There's a very visible bank that's armored with a concrete retaining wall that's been there for quite a while. And what Sean would like to do is demolish his existing house and rebuild a single-family dwelling right there in the same spot. And then also to do a little bit of repair. There's a little piece of his wall that's falling down. He'd like to, make a nice clean cut there and put on some blocks just to save the rest of his property there. That's the project.
Anything else?
No, you may be wanting to ask Sean for some questions.
Yeah. Where is the staging area going to be, first of all?
For the supplies will be out in the driveway, which is out right here.
So you're gonna, how you gonna get back there?
So for the process of getting to the back there, I know there was a letter sent out by one of my neighbors the other day. I'd since addressed her because
Yeah,
there seemed to
we're
have been some
aware of that.
confusion of like what overall use looks like. There will be a few times that access is needed. Obviously, during the demolition to take the house down, we're going to need to bring some sort of machine in. But they're really going to act as a roadway and not like a storage spot. So I confirmed with her and got a message from her today. Obviously, we'll take that further. But if need be and that goes south, then this garage will end up needing to come down. But it is like, in the long run of things, it is a project of mine that's like, it's going to need to be resided and stuff. So it's pretty far along. It'll be unfortunate to take the building down if need be, but it can happen,
All right, I notice you're referring to hay bales on the drawing.
We want to encapsulate this whole area, obviously, while he's working.
Oh,
That's what we were proposing to
well,
say.
why don't you change it to 12-inch silk
We can
socks,
certainly do that.
if everybody's in agreement to that. Because double stacking hay bales, that's not necessary.
12-inch silk sock.
Okay.
So, Mr. Maloney, as a neighbor, you said that we're concerned about you using
Yes.
the property for staging?
Yes, yeah, she thought that I was gonna be putting the supplies in their driveway and like kind of obstructing their way. When I had talked to her father, who I never realized, like, that there's this trust in place and everything, we had just spoken about the fact that his driveway is like a straight shot to the job site. So where like the septic system is here, all that needs to happen is a bump be put in place and you can drive physically over it to the job site. So that was the most direct route, and he said, oh yeah, that's gonna be good. Then I got that letter in the mail just a couple days ago, and I spoke to her and said, I think there might be a little confusion because I read about staging and everything, and all the materials for the job are gonna be staged on the actual property itself. Yeah.
Okay, and getting back to erosion control. I'll let Nicole handle that. We discussed it, so.
So we're
Go ahead.
also considering, would you be open to installing filter fabric to stabilize the site during the construction process?
If you mean, I believe
Sure,
that
that's to
is
build the
in
wall
here, in the
on the-
wall, yep. So that's actually part of the wall abutment, it's in the drawing there where the
The
front
detail.
meets, yeah, the
Oh,
detail.
yeah, there
Yeah,
is.
well,
Yep, so this,
Yeah, at the
Joe knows
sandy
better that
beach.
side, yeah,
sandy beach area,
yep.
filter fabric, and as far as the silt socks go, around the edge of the property,
Yeah, we're proposing to start.
Yeah, just the way- the way you're showing it.
And bring it over
Yeah,
to the
with-
wall at the septic system.
yeah, with the silt socks. And now the water's low now, right?
Very low right now.
Yeah, so now's a good time to be able to take care of that.
Yeah, he would have to, I think we all agree that he would have to build the wall first and then
Yeah,
work back, so that would have to be the first thing.
Mr. Chair, if I may just ask a quick question. So are you going to be hauling all the debris off-site as it, like just throughout the process?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were just talking about that.
Yeah, sorry.
You know, we can do what they call live loads. So we
Live loads.
literally will have a big truck back in here, everything
Okay.
will go on it. Dumpsters will be put in this area.
Okay,
There'll be a lot of hand work,
okay, yeah,
and a small army of people that'll have to be carrying things.
yeah. To avoid damaging septic.
Yeah, because we have to go from here to the dumpsters.
Yeah, okay. So the soil's
Okay.
like type A, so it's very, it can drain very easily.
Chair, I have a question. Sean, is it just one story for the new house too?
No, it's 2.5.
It's, okay.
And the
one that's
current
there
house
one-
is two stories currently.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, so it's 2.5, but yes, yep.
yeah, and the septic's out of our jurisdiction anyway. I think it's beyond,
It's right at it.
nope,
It's
I'm
at it.
sorry. It's within the 100-foot. I'm thinking of the
That's working well.
next hearing.
No problem.
But that's existing, so that's no problem. Anybody have any other questions?
I say we open it up for public comment if there is any.
I will, yes, come on up and state your name.
Hi, Casey. Stephen Pat, 42 Blueberry Lane. First of all, we're excited about the project, as you can imagine. And maybe not as excited as you are, but we're happy to see it going forward. I do have a couple of things I'd like to bring to your attention. Certainly going to leave it up to you to do what you need to do with the order of conditions. I know 10 years ago when we built right next door, we did the exact same thing. We tore down an existing dwelling and built what we have there now. And the Concom told us that they were not, we were not allowed to bring any fill in, and that we were, any fill that we excavated from the property needed to be taken off property and disposed of. I assume that'll be part of the order of conditions. No fill will be brought in. The concern is the changing of, and just don't want any grade changes that's going to result in any runoff coming either to our side or anywhere else. So as long as no fill's being brought in, we're fine. And I assume that'll be part of the ONC.
Joe, do you have anything
Yeah.
to add to that?
No, we're not proposing any grade changes.
Okay, perfect.
So that answers that
That
question.
answers that perfectly. Driveway, I see in the notice of intent, there will be there's currently a gravel driveway there now. Is the intent to continue that being gravel, stone, or something porous? Or will it be will it be blacktop?
Well, it's outside of the
That-
jurisdictional
That
area.
doesn't have anything to do with us.
And you know, I wouldn't, there's a couple of things here that may not,
Yeah,
but
because
the
it's,
fact of the matter is that Blueberry Lane is higher than the rest of the property.
yeah.
And there will be runoff from that
And-
driveway, if there is a driveway there, so
And Andy
if we
can
do.
correct me, that will go to the planning board.
Sure.
Actually, no, this
No?
is, no.
It's out of our jurisdiction.
Yeah. I mean, is there any changes proposed to the driveway?
No.
You're going to keep it the
Cool.
gravel driveway?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's easy.
It's
All
on
right.
the plan as such too.
Okay. The leaching field, I know we were just talking about that. The will there be machinery of any type being brought across the leaching field? And the reason I'm asking is every engineering study I've read over the past 2 weeks has said that you can't put anything on a leaching field bigger than a
Mr. Webby can answer that.
lawnmower. So I'm curious as to what would be brought across that.
We're gonna put down metal plates. So it's gonna be an easy thing, or, we only have to do it when we're walking. So there'll be some metal plates. The only thing we have to do is get a machinery over there to tear it down, and then obviously the concrete.
Okay.
But the concrete can be pumped.
Yep, yeah, we had the same thing, so I get that completely. I'm just worried that pressure on that leaching field, since our property is less than 10 feet away from that leaching field, that I would not want any damage done there, so we'll be watching that. And finally, the last thing that we were, and this may not be your purview, but I'll tell you why it may touch where you are. The last time that, well, when we built, we were required to put those same iron or steel plates across the culvert and on Blueberry Lane, because it's already been crushed once. But if we're getting cement trucks and anything else in there, we certainly would not want that culvert smash and to have all that's living in the rest of the bogs flow into Stetson Pond, which is obviously my biggest concern. So I
Again,
assume-
Joe, will that be addressed?
I think that we're gonna have to address, that was not in my my thought process at all, but we definitely will have to check with,
Yeah, I'm not sure who that belongs to. It just needs to belong to
I
somebody.
would think you would talk to the DPW about that, but that does make some sense.
Lot of
Absolutely,
sense, yeah.
it's very tight there
Yep.
Yeah.
as well.
Sure is.
Yep.
Yeah,
it for me.
that's a good point.
Very
All right,
insightful.
thank you,
So
folks.
we can
Thank
you.
let DPW know, would you
yes.
talk to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want a truck and go through a.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Happen once.
Th-
Th- I know they have plates,
Yeah.
so perhaps.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, take care. Okay, I think we can entertain a motion to close.
A motion to close?
Second?
All in favor?
All right.
Aye. None opposed? Okay, thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
Okay, please note that any person aggrieved by this decision has the right of appeal within 10 business days.
Okay.
Please contact our office or DEP if you need assistance.
So remember that, folks, because the next vote is to issue an order of conditions. And there's a 10-day appeal period for, once the order of conditions is
Yes,
issued.
I know I forgot something.
Yep.
Okay, we need a motion for conditions.
I will motion to file an order of conditions with the specifics that we mentioned earlier and all the other things that normally come with the
Yeah.
order of conditions.
With what we talked about with
12-inch,
changing the hay bales
Yep.
to,
12-inch
Silt
silt socks. Yep.
and
Filter fabric.
property line.
Filter fabric is in the detail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
And all else was covered, right? Everything else that the neighbor brought
Presumption that
up?
the culvert replacement.
Yeah,
or
that's
the
all
culvert
yeah, that's not
cover-
in our purview.
No, not within our purview.
Need a second?
Second? We got a
I
second?
motioned.
Okay.
Okay. All in favor?
All
Aye.
right.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thanks, Joe.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
we have,
Got the ANRAD for 58
yeah,
West Elm
I
Street.
know, I see. We have an in-red for 58 West Elm Street, which is a carryover from, continued from 8/7, August 7th. And please state your name for the record.
John Zimmer, South River Environmental, on behalf of Weathervane and Pembroke Country Club. This is a continued public hearing for an abbreviated notice of resource area delineation to confirm the wetland boundaries at 58 West Elm Street. At the initial public hearing, the ANRAD was presented and the commission determined that they would send it out for peer review to ECR. Brad Holmes from ECR reviewed the wetland lines that I flagged, and the results were he couldn't find these two flags. These are, I think, 32 and 33, so they replaced these with ECR flags. And then he made two minor adjustments here and here, so basically modified two of the flags that were out there. Crocker Design Group does not have a chance to get out and resurvey those flags in and provide the commission with an updated plan. I didn't have any issues with his changes at all, so we just incorporated them.
They were minor?
Yeah, they were very minor.
Yeah.
So the hope is tonight that the commission will close and issue an ORAD contingent on receipt of the revised site plan.
Yeah. I don't have any questions.
That's the only changes?
Yes,
Yeah.
there are really only two changes.
Yeah. So, anybody?
No questions?
Any public comment?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Hi, I'm James Cantor. I don't know how this process works really well, but doesn't the committee and don't we have the option to see this report? Because we commissioned it, right?
Well,
Why is he presenting the results of the independent report? Why don't we see it?
Well, the report's for the Conservation Commission. It is a public record. If you want to take a look at it, you're more than welcome to do so.
So what I understood at this meeting is that we were going to see that report together and discuss the variance.
No,
between-
this meeting is for the Conservation Commission.
I understand.
Yeah.
So didn't we say last time that we were going to have a third-party review?
Yes.
The review is being presented.
We had a review. We had a peer review of the review, and it came back the same, pretty close. It's a
Can we see that?
delineation
And he
of
mentioned
the
that there were two
wetlands.
flags.
The other thing too is, have we done a wildlife
Sir,
study?
sir, could you please stay?
I'm
at
sorry,
the
I was
lectern?
offering
Oh,
this to him.
okay.
Yes, he's fine.
Okay, so this is the report that the public hasn't seen, is that right? We haven't seen
So,
this
so that
report.
is actually, so that's a public record, right, Andy? So anything that we
Yeah, you
submit
can
will be
see
a
it.
public
They're,
record for
they're
them.
making the decision, all right?
Understood.
Yep,
so-
so that would be available
but
on the file for the
It's a
property.
public record. You're
Okay.
more than welcome to look at it.
Okay.
Okay.
You have any other questions?
Okay, so I guess I can give you an email copy of this from you, is that right?
You can take that one.
All right, is that all right?
Is that
Of
okay,
course.
Nicole?
Okay.
Yeah, no,
I-
that's
I've got
that's
an extra
certainly
one for
fine.
you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so can we talk about, was there a wildlife study done and was anything discovered?
So there was an intermittent stream that was discovered in the process of
Well,
review.
that's in the letter, you can read.
Yes. Yep, so I don't want to filter the information for you.
Sure.
You're obviously
No.
welcome to digest it yourself. I think in real time it might not
Th-
necessarily be fair,
this-
but would you like to speak to what you'll be revising on your plan?
Sure, the process that the application was submitted for was only to confirm the location of the wetlands within the property. So there's nothing to do with wildlife or any potential project in the future. It is solely to look at the delineated wetland line and confirm or modify where that line is located.
Okay. All right, I'm sorry, it's obviously my mistake. I thought we were going to go over the third party.
No, this,
Together.
we
Okay.
do this all the time. It's-
Okay, all right. Well, I guess I don't have any more questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, motion to close?
Motion to close?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And there are no conditions other than you already took care of the corrections, which were minor.
Right, I would just make the issuance of the ORAD contingent upon receipt of the revised.
Yes.
That way you
Yeah.
have the plan,
And-
the revised plan on record.
And it's already done.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're going to want to make note of that in the motion, please.
So
Yeah.
I'd like to make a motion, if that's okay.
Sure.
I'd like to motion that we accept the ANRAD for 58 West Elm Street as previously delineated and further revised per the recommendations of Brad Holmes with ECR. That is the only contingency that we have for acceptance, and we expect that those changes will be made to the plan going forward.
Correct. Yeah, the commission has You have 21 days to issue the order, so I would wait until you receive that revised site plan
Yeah.
so that everything,
And I
you guys
will
make
read
sure that
that.
it covers everything that you need it to.
Yeah.
I will read that after the vote.
Okay.
I second it.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye. Okay.
Great, thanks very much.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Thank
John.
you.
Please note that any person aggrieved by the situation, by this decision has the right to appeal within 10 business days. Please contact our office at DEP if you need assistance. Okay. Moving on. All right. We have notice of intent for 85 Furnace Street, SC 56-1129, Richard Garady.
Good evening.
Good evening. And this is another raise and rebuild single-family home.
Correct. Thank you, Rick Grady from Grady Consulting, along with the applicant, Mike Solari, and his builder, Jim Kelly. As you had mentioned, reading this into the record there, this is a property at 85 Furnace Lane, located directly on Furnace Pond, at the bottom of the page here. The existing dwelling is located close proximity to the pond, about 22.3 feet off of the edge of pond. The wetland resource area was delineated by John Zimmer. Excuse me. The applicant is proposing to remove the existing house, raise the existing house, and construct a new home. They're actually proposing to take the proposed house back a couple of feet further from the pond than the existing house. The deck will extend to about 2 feet from the existing edge of house there. The 100-foot buffer zone to the furnace pond is located about halfway through the lot, and this green highlighted line in this area here kind of clips the corner of the existing garage. Their existing septic system is already located outside of the 100-foot buffer, so we're proposing to retain that septic system outside of the buffer, and we'll simply be connecting to the septic system. The house itself has been designed in a way that it fits in well with the grades. We're really not bringing in any fill. The grading remains very similar to what is the existing condition out there. Erosion control is proposed around the construction envelope. There are some large pine trees along the border which pose a danger to both his existing home, proposed home, as well as the neighbor's home. So we have noted to take those large pine trees out so that they don't cause any damage. The existing driveway kind of comes in and does a loop in front of the existing house. We'll be maintaining most of that and then just doing a small paved connection to the proposed garage. We've got a few steps to get up to the porch at the front of the house, and it's a rear walkout out of the back of the house, so no grading, no fill necessary on the back side there either. It fits in really well with the contours. With that, I'd be glad to answer any questions that you do have. I'll point out one more thing. We are proposing a small permeable paver patio, a porous paver patio coming out of the basement entrance to stabilize the grade right at the basement entrance. Again, that'll be at existing grade with no substantial changes to grade. I'd be glad to answer any questions you have.
So the house itself is going to be 12 feet further back from the resource area
Correct.
than it is now.
That's right.
So that's an improvement.
Yeah, we tried to pull everything back a
As far
little
as
bit.
conservation goes.
Yep.
And second paragraph on the project narrative was a little bit confusing. You have a 2 in parentheses, and it says a deck setback. Is that supposed to be 2 feet further back? It's in
2 feet further back,
2
that's
feet
correct.
further back.
Yeah.
So that's not an issue. The trees, how big are those trees?
Most of them are 24 to 28 inch diameter breast height.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're
Okay.
large pine trees that are probably near the end of their life cycle.
And your wetland summary plan do you plan on doing any planting once you take those trees down? Is there wetland vegetation already there as indicated on the summary form?
We haven't depicted any plantings on the site plan. However, he does plan on doing some landscaping. I don't know if you have any particular ideas on landscaping yet, Mike, or? Yeah, so they'd be glad to plant some trees to replace those pine trees that are being removed.
Well, where are these plants located? The sweet pepper bush, common briars and ornamentals, high bush blueberry, sweet pepper bush, soft rush.
That was in our narrative?
It was in the South River Environmental Wetland Summary form,
Oh, okay.
so third party.
Yeah, 'cause
All right,
I was
sorry, that makes
curious
sense.
as to the
So
reason.
that's the existing vegetation that he had found between the flagged wetland and the pond itself. So that's all
All right,
existing
so-
vegetation. We're not touching any of that at
Yeah,
all.
well, since you're in the wetlands and upland area in a 100-foot buffer zone, would be nice if you could replant with the proper
Sure.
plants.
Yeah, we'd be glad to. and
Cedar
we-
trees.
Yeah, we aren't removing any of those. Those
Yeah,
will
'cause
be
you-
retained, but we can supplement them.
You're cutting
Yeah.
pine trees down that may or may not be blocking the light to the ground, but I don't know what plans you had. That's why I'm bringing it up.
You don't
Right.
The
wanna-
summary form, because it made sense to me that this was your intent, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it is, and I mean, we'd be glad if you wanted to put a condition in there that we submit a planting plan to your agent. We'd be glad to work with them on that.
Yeah.
We've had a project over the past few years of planting cedar trees, so it would be a recommendation that you try to incorporate cedar trees.
Okay, yeah, I think they'd do well here, sandy soil.
Yeah.
Yep.
No
Slow
kidding.
growing, so they don't grow quite as fast as those white pines and need to be cut as quickly as the white pines do.
We also want to ensure that there isn't going to be some sort of encroachment of lawn space once those trees are removed. So if it weren't the intent to indeed expand the yard area as opposed to providing native plants, then that might destabilize the actual site itself,
Sure.
adjacent to the pond.
Anyone else? Questions?
I have one. We did get a inquiry about the trees. I think the
Oh.
neighbors would be happy about the trees coming down. Is that the extent of the pine trees that, I mean, are all the pine trees along that border being removed?
I gotta pay us for the trees.
Yes, we propose to remove all but the one right at the 100-foot buffer.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically all of them that are close proximity to the houses.
I'm not sure which tree was of concern, but the neighbor had a concern about a tree that was kind of leaning over towards their property. I don't know if that's the tree left, but,
Yeah. These are all roughly within 10 to 20 feet of their home, so they do pose a danger.
yep, okay. I think they'll be
Maybe
happy
the
about that.
cedar trees,
Yeah.
but the cedar trees are like 3-foot saplings. Excuse me. Does anybody have any other questions?
No.
Did you want to talk about the trees and
I mean,
replacement or?
so we do have a tree fund policy where essentially if any trees are removed in the buffer zone, that you make a donation to the tree fund. But given the fact that you would be providing a planting plan in good faith, that you would be replacing those trees, I mean, does the commission feel that it would be necessary to in fact donate to the tree fund under that set of circumstances?
If he's going to replace it with native plantings.
Yeah, we've got
then-
6 pines coming down there. We'd be glad to have a condition to provide 6 cedar trees.
Or 12
Uh,
maybe.
yeah.
They're small.
Well, they come in saplings, right?
Yeah, they're only like this big.
Yeah.
Except way back when I used to run across the street and pluck them out of the neighbors at your mother's house with Paul.
Yeah, and the
You can
weeping
try that.
willow. I
Now you
think.
really owe us.
Yeah,
It was upland.
yeah, the weeping willow fed the beaver that I had for a pet in the neighbor's yard.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to stop.
Whoops.
We have to stop.
Okay. If there's no more questions, motion.
Well, did you want to ask for public comment, if any?
Oh, yes. Public comment. Anyone? No public comment. Motion to close.
Second.
I didn't make it.
Motion to close.
Sorry, that's the lack of sleep coming through.
Motion to close.
Need a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
None
you.
opposed. And we need a motion for conditions. Anyone?
I already made a motion. Who's going to make a motion?
You did such a
Okay.
good job.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I would like to make a motion to issue an order of conditions for 85 Furnace Lane's notice of intent, upon the contingency that we receive a planting plan at the Conservation Office, and that the work is carried out in the manner at which we have discussed in this meeting today,
Yep. And according to plan.
and according to plan, of course.
Second.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. Okay. Do that one.
Woo.
Going down.
Doing good. Fine, doing good. Fine, yeah.
Well, let's do, we have a, oh, I gotta read something.
Yeah.
Okay. Please note that any person aggrieved by this decision has a right of appeal. Within 10 business days, please contact our office or DEP if you need assistance. Okay, now we have a COC,
Yep, the certificate of
Certificate
compliance.
of Compliance.
Yep, it's for 18 Allen Street. There was a review of the as-built back in 1986. So the house is being sold, and I guess they're getting around to asking for the certificate of compliance finally.
Okay, so
It's a good
we
deal.
need a motion to accept.
A motion to accept the certificate of compliance for 18 Allen Street.
Second? Do we have a second?
I'm actually going to recuse myself because I haven't been born yet.
Oh, well,
You don't have to have been
are
born.
you kidding?
That's
I'll
okay.
second it.
We just,
I think you can still vote on that.
did you second that, Bob?
I'll second it. I was
Okay,
born.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Well, I thought you were serious.
She wasn't born then.
Okay.
Okay, so we have an amended order of conditions. So at the last meeting, there was 245 Washington Street and 145 Washington Street and 0 Misty Meadow Road. So there were a couple things that got caught by the lawyers for the applicant, and there were minor changes. However, they suggested that we get your signatures again, not just make them and put them through the registry with the original signatures, but to do an amended. One of them, there's just two items. One of them was, in the special conditions, it required zoning board of appeals approval, which is not required in this case. And then there was a discrepancy on the amount of feet to the resource area. The closest to the resource area is 25 feet. So that will be reflected on the amended order of conditions. All right, so I've got a lot of things for you to sign from tonight's meeting. Let me just send this around for you for the amended OOC. You can get started with that one. And we can also have the rest of the stuff signed once you close the meeting, if that's more convenient for you.
Yep.
I forget the last meeting's minutes.
We're gonna talk about the vacancy.
If you want, yeah.
Well, while that's going around, we have a vacancy on the board, Conservation Board, and we're accepting applications. If anybody's interested, please provide a completed form to Andy Wandell at the Conservation Office, and they have to be dropped off by the next filing date, which I think is 10/2.
Okay.
10/2/25. And you're invited to attend to discuss your qualifications and introduce yourself at the next meeting.
Can I make a comment about that?
Hmm?
Can I make a comment?
Yes.
I just wanted to mention Bobby Clark and thank him for all the years of service he gave to the town and to the Conservation Commission. Thank you.
I second that.
I
He's
traced
such a
that.
great person.
So
So amazing.
the next meeting is 10/2.
Yes.
Filing date would be September 30th, I think.
Actually, the filing date is about around the 15th
15th.
of September,
I
yeah.
thought it was 48 hours.
Well, I don't think we need to have someone come in by the filing date for the vacancy, in all honesty. I mean, we're
Okay.
not going to have to post anything to the legal section or, notify abutters about anything. So
Yeah.
anytime between now and 10/2, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, but as long as they call you and
Yep.
let us know, so we can put it on the agenda.
Andy, why is it so tight, the timeframe? I mean, it seems like-
Well,
that out
I
of
think
the
that
way.
the select board would like to, the select board gets the appointment. So they would like, the commission to see people first, to make it a little easier for them to choose someone for the appointment. So I think they'd like to do that sooner rather than later.
I can scribble
Has there
this
been
like the
any
next
interest
person.
generated
Yeah.
from anybody?
Yes, matter of fact, we have someone here today who is observing the meeting, and I'm sure we'll be happy to speak at the next meeting.
Corrections.
So we got a couple of applications already,
Call for
and
application.
we'll take more.
How's it advertised? Just on the town?
Just on the
website?
town website, yeah, and through this meeting.
Well, we have one last thing. I believe that is approval for the meeting minutes from
June 26th.
last month. When was that?
June 26th.
June 26th. Anybody have any questions about the meeting? Any changes?
No.
In that case, vote to approve.
Make a
Need a
motion to
motion?
accept the minutes from June 26th.
Second.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That the phone's off. It should be.
All right, so
Okay, moving on.
I think that's everything.
Silent.
A motion to close our meeting?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Art.
Wow. We broke all
Thank you.
kinds.